Hello everybody and welcome back to WoW Classic. Robert Rambles here and thanks so much for joining me today. I know it's been a while since we've been in WoW Classic, but you could probably hear from my voice that it isn't quite right. And that's because I am working my way through an awesome cold that I've been dealing with for a while now. And hopefully in a few days my voice will be totally back to normal. So I apologize if there will be less talking in this video than usual. And there are a lot of things I'd love to talk about. I'm really excited about all the news coming out about Shadowlands. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the revamped leveling experience, if you're following the news at all about Shadowlands. And if you're not, basically what they're going to be doing starting in 9.0 is that you'll play to level 10, and once your character's at level 10, you're going to pick one of the expansions that you want to play through, and you'll level from level 10 to level 50 in that expansion, and then you'll go into Shadowlands. And so that's a really cool way to see all the different stories that have existed throughout the game without them being so separated from one another, disjointed, where you'll do a couple levels in this expansion and then see one or two zones of another expansion. And, you know, along the way, there, when you go to Orgrimmar, you'll see like 4 or 5 different war chiefs, depending on what expansion you're leveling through. So it makes the story incoherent for a new player, so it's really awesome to see that they're revamping that experience. And I'm excited to actually play through those expansions. The leveling overall is going to be 75% faster in retail than it is today, or some crazy number like that. So I'm really interested to see what they do with it. I think it would be a great way to be able to see all those stories presented in a coherent form. Whereas, you know, except in that original playthrough, anybody who came into those expansions a while after that, they wouldn't have got that same experience. We're back in Stranglethorn today, you've probably noticed this, and we are working on Troll Witchery. While I study those legends you acquired, gather for me implements of evil troll magic. Enter the territory of the Skull Splitter Trolls, a second tribe to the distant south, and acquire Skull Splitter fetishes from their witch doctors and mystics. And this turns back into Brother Nimitz up at the rebel camp. So here we are. Outside the Zayatajai ruins. And we should be able to find some Skull Splitter trolls in this area, although it looks like currently they're all dead. You'll notice that we did get to level 38. I was in Arathi trying to get these Cresting Charms and Thundering Charms. We also need Fire Charms. And that's for a warrior quest, that's for Cyclonian, that we're slowly working on so we can do Essence of Exile. But I got kind of bored with that, and we're back over here now in Stranglethorn. Let's go a little bit more this way, into the uncovered part of the map, and see if we can find any of these Skull Splitter trolls over here. Here we go, Mystics, some corpses. Alright, we're on the right track. So we hit level 38. I did put that into sword specialization. I know that that means we're going to have to focus on, when we do upgrade, we're going to want it to be a sword. But I think that's okay. I really enjoy the sword animations on the Night Elf more than the axe or mace animations from what I've seen. So I would love to stick with swords as long as we can. And after we get our mount, if that ever happens, we'll try out dual wield. But I want to prioritize getting the mount first. Because right now to respec it would cost us about 7 silver. Okay, axe throwers. We need mystics. And witch doctors. So we don't need skull splitter axe throwers, and we don't need these hunters, I don't think. But there's going to be mystics strewn throughout probably. At least we uncovered this now, the ruins of Zul'Mamwe. Ooh, these guys are level 41. That might be a little bit of an issue if they are all level 41. Wow, okay. I wonder why the quest is yellow. Maybe there is a different area we can get these guys at. Because if we're coming back here, these guys are going to be orange. They're going to kick the crap out of us, no doubt. Let's head back towards Zytajal and see if any spawn around here that we can actually take on safely. There's a warrior. He's level 39. Let's just see what these guys got. The warrior might be one of the toughest that we take on, so let's see if we can actually take him down with any kind of efficiency, or if he wallops us. We're not doing too bad. Okay, so they are all gonna run. That's unfortunate, but probably to be expected. Okay, all that's around here is all these jungle thunderers. We don't need these at all right now. So I kind of don't want to fight them. Here's an axe thrower. We don't need him. Another soul warrior, axe thrower. I wonder if we're not really going to be able to do this quest until we can be at a level where we can fight all the way back into that city, into Zolmamwe, because I just am not seeing any mystics or witch doctors anywhere. We saw like 2 out in the open, and that was it as far as corpses. We could try to find a group for Colonel Curzon. And see how that goes. That might be a more direct kind of quest. This doesn't seem like we're going to be able to complete it now with any kind of efficiency. I kind of wish it had stayed orange for another level or 2. That would have been ideal and more accurate, I feel like. But it is classic, so... Well, there's some Mystic Corpses out here, level 40, level 39. It's just that once we cross the threshold here into Zolmamwe, they go up in level to like level 41 to 42. And I really don't want to fight them at that level. Let's turn gather herbs on. Find herbs. Well, we have these guys in here, but again, level 42. These guys out here are not respawning with any real speed. And no luck finding a group, as you can see, for Colonel Kurtzen. We're kind of at that level where, to me at least, in my experience, it's really slow until level 50 at least, and maybe even beyond that. But you can see the game kind of really slows down and can hit this point pretty easily where you don't have a lot of quests to do, and the quests you do have are very specific and spread apart. And I don't know if we'll ever get back to a place where we just have a bunch of stuff to do in one zone. Or if we're going to spend the rest of our time between here and 60 doing a lot of zone hopping and just these one-off quests that don't have a very quick completion rate. Oh, I am just missing my interrupt so badly, and I know we get another interrupt, but I don't think it's until like level 40 something. And that's a long time to not have an interrupt as a melee class that's weak against magic. And it's funny because like I think about my original playthrough, my original experiences with the game 13 years ago, and like I don't even think I used my interrupt. Or thought that any spell that didn't deal damage was useful, you know. And now I'm like sitting here, oh my god, I wish I had an interrupt. And it just like kind of drives me crazy. There is one fetish. See, now if it has a drop rate like that, then it might not be too bad if we don't find a lot of them. But if the drop rate sucks, then this could take hours. Could take hours. But I have my fingers crossed. I wonder if these spawns are slightly randomized, where sometimes it'll spawn as a warrior, sometimes it'll spawn as a mystic, or if they're just static and they spawn the same every time. That would be good to know. Okay, we're gonna have to try a lot harder to pull them away from each other. Okay, no, you need to come down here now. Ah, he's just gonna keep casting. This is gonna get bad pretty quickly. Like, if we can't get him to move, he's gonna run right at this warrior, who is then going to kill us. Here we go. Come on, buddy. Thank you. Maybe he's out of mana. Nope, he's gonna heal himself to full. Shit. Okay, not to full, but still. Shit. And I was just talking about needing the interrupts. I hope he can only do that once. He's like blowing his entire mana pool. We're almost dead. Are we even gonna kill this guy, or is he literally gonna kill us? No, fuck that. Excuse me. Yeah. I want my interrupt back. I'm not happy about this situation. Because we just took just a shit ton of unnecessary damage. Not cool. Definitely not cool. And we didn't get an item, so. Okay, let's not go anywhere until all these guys reset. Because I don't want to pick up somebody's train of mobs. Okay, well they're trying again. Warrior, warrior, I don't need either of you. But apparently we're going to fight one of you anyway. Let's get a look at these guys, shall we? Another thing they're doing in 9.0 that I think is really cool is they're adding in actual racial customizations within some of their actual races. Like if you want to be a different nationality of human, like a character that might sort of maybe resemble what you actually look like, you can do that. For dwarves, they have like Wildhammer dwarf options, and it's just really neat some of the stuff that they're trying to do with character customization and letting you create a character that you actually feel like is customized and looks unique. They're doing some graphical improvements where they're experimenting with ray tracing to improve, lighting effects, and yeah, I'm really excited about 9.0. It would be hard to like make something worse than Battle for Azeroth. And with all the changes to the systems they've talked about so far, they have a lot of good design intent. And it's definitely going to be worth taking a look at. But, we still haven't even gotten patch 8.3, so probably a little too early to be excited about 9.0. Alright, we're back to our same slow respawn rate. Let's run out here and see if any of these guys have respawned. No, it's certainly empty out here today. Well, by empty, it's empty of mobs. Maybe there's a lot of players around and we're just not seeing them. We're like kind of like ships passing in the night. Except that it's the middle of the day. But it is a Saturday. When I saw that we only needed 4 of these, I initially was very hopeful that it would be something we could do fairly quickly. I'm going to try again to look for Colonel Curdston and see if we can maybe get some more Colonel Sanders comments. I don't know why that's funny, but people seem to think that it is. You'd think they'd have some guys around the outskirts that we could fight, like up here on these little hills. But they have nothing. Besides the couple that were on the road. And gorillas. There are lots of gorillas around here. I'd love it if we had a quest for them, but we don't. Oh, look! Look! Oh, we found one. They do exist. And now we're gonna have to deal with him like healing himself to full. Maybe we just like fear him when he goes to heal. Assuming we can keep the 25 rage for it. Let's do it. There we go. Now there's nothing to stop him from just healing again, but it wasn't a full health heal, so yeah, I mean it's as good as we're gonna get. Without an actual interrupt. It's as good as we're gonna get. Alright, that's 2. Let's check out this campfire. Ideally from an uphill position. Are you kidding me? Come on. There we go. What do we got? 2 axe throwers. Okay, we don't need that. Not at all. Might be worth it just to circle this the rest of the way and see what we see. I don't see any mobs down here except for a gorilla in the far distance. That could have been an optical illusion, actually. Axe thrower, mystic, so let's look around this side. Mystic, corpse, okay. And then we get into, once we pass that threshold right here, basically, we get into the level 42 guys. Yeah, basically right here is our threshold. Which is fine because, you know, if we can actually catch these guys while they're up, that would be great. If we stay in this area and hang out for a second, well, if we do that, we might pick up this guy over here. Let's move it, move it, move it. Oh, you're an axe thrower. Screw off. Come on, where's your middle range? There it is. And I did empty our bags, so we should be able to loot everything. We don't have a lot of gold. We have 15 gold, so hey, we're in double digits. That's how I look at it. Another axe thrower. I mean, I could avoid them, or I could just fight them and wait for the mystics in the area to respawn. And get some kill experience while we're at it. It's not ideal, you know. The ideal thing would be to make continuous progress towards the quest objective, but that is not going to happen today with this quest. There's a mystic back there. If we can kill this guy fast enough, I don't know. We might be able to heal up and get back to him before someone else pulls him. But I'm not going to count on it. Not with the current kill rate we have. Oh, yay! We totally forgot about this guy. Are we going to be able to get enough to fear these two? I'd love to kill this guy and then fear this one. But that might not happen. We're just gonna die. That's fine. We'll die right here, and we'll fight this mystic if he's still up. Brilliant. Well, we're back. All the mobs are up, but they're all in combat with other players. So, here we go. Again, now there's a warrior up over here that we don't need. Instead of there being, the mystic is around the corner. Let's see if we can get to the mystic without, oh look, is this guy gonna just attach himself to us? No. Alright, let's get out of there and just try to get this mystic. This is what we came for. We'll try the same trick for when he heals. We'll just have to patiently save up our rage here and deal little to no damage to him for a minute. In the hopes... I fucked that up. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. He probably won't heal again anyway. I probably should keybind this fear, I guess. And you can tell I haven't played in a little bit because I'm missing all my keybinds. It's totally fine. Alright, one more. Can't really afford to be at half health around here, obviously. That would be stupid of me. And I don't really want to fight this warrior either, because I don't need him. And we know there's a patrol somewhere, the one that killed us, and it's probably coming right around here somewhere. But maybe somebody already took it out. Yeah, looks like somebody was just in the process of fighting that mob. There's a mystic back here, but I guarantee that if we pull this, we'll probably get both. Let's just see what happens. Alright, we didn't get both of them. Now the question is, will we kill this guy and heal in time to take that mystic, or will another player come and snatch him from us? We'll find out. We do have to make sure we can hamstring this guy. Right now he's just dodging and parrying every single thing we do, so that's great. It's great to see. Yep, we're going to lose that Mystic to the Hunter back there. And such is the story of life right now in Classic. It's really enjoyable, like, don't get me wrong, I'm still loving my time with the game, but when it comes to content creation, we're at a point in the game where there's so much that I don't think is filmable or entertaining to watch, and so I end up doing a lot of that on my own, but that's cutting into time that I could be making content if the quests were structured in such a way that, you know, they weren't as tedious. So it's like a love-hate relationship. Gameplay perspective, like, I love just immersing in the game, but we're at a point in the leveling curve now where I don't want to have to record myself running in a circle out in the open world waiting for one type of mob to respawn. It just isn't really engaging for you guys, I wouldn't think, and it's not too engaging for me. It's something I would do mindlessly with some music turned on. So we're kind of at that point. We might get to more interesting zones with more interesting content, and I'm kind of thinking about how I want to move forward with the future of Classic content on this character, and what kind of shape that takes, if it needs to be different, if it's just going to be less videos weekly. I'd also love to know what other games you guys would like to see. I would be all about trying something new or different to kind of fill some of that gap, something with a little bit quicker of a pace. But yeah, it's just unfortunate because as much as I love playing it, I end up with my limited free time that I have right now. I spend a lot of it doing the stuff like running in circles collecting these charms when I was killing Thundering Elementals in the Cresting Elementals in Arathi Highlands. And I didn't think that would be something that would be engaging to watch, so I didn't film any of it. But it took me an hour and a half nonetheless, and we weren't even able to complete it. I still need 4 Cresting Charms. I still need all 8 Fire Charms, so stuff like that is happening, where it's just taking a very long time to complete single individual quests, and the quests aren't stacked up in the areas the way we're used to in retail, so it's hard to get to a point where you're getting multiple quests done at one time even, which is something you see just more in the early zones to ease players into the game, you know. Can we not loot this guy? I mean, okay. Here we go. Alright, we really need some mystics. Maybe we need to abandon this little area and circle back out front. Maybe that's our play. I'm hoping that with the next one we drop, we'll get our item, but we have to find one first. I say we're going to aggro one of these things. What do we want to aggro? Let's aggro the Thunder. That's fine. Well, we're not having a lot of luck with catching these mobs alive. Finding a lot of their corpses, though. Oh, here we go. We're way too close to the one up there, but we have to convince this guy to kind of walk with us a little bit, and he's he's indecided, or rather indecisive or undecided Like, he acts like he wants to melee us, then he goes back to casting. It's kind of infuriating, but probably designed to be that way. Now we're too far away. Now he's healing, that's terrible. Okay, he's basically back to full health. But he's out of mana, so... I keep hitting F6 instead of my mousebound 9 key when I want to hamstring. And so every time I go to hamstring, I'm just popping us into defensive stance. Alright, we got 4. We are all done. This is going all the way back up to the rebel camp. So I will see you guys up there. And here we are up at the rebel camp. Let's go ahead and get this turned in. And see if it changed into anything else.
What can I do for you?
I do have the fetishes. Thank you. I will study these fetishes and see if they hold the secret of Curzon's fall into evil.
See you around.
Okay. That's cool. Are you ever going to tell us if that's the case? Okay. I don't know. Maybe that chain ends there. That would be kind of anticlimactic, but, you know, it's classic. Thinking about what we could do next, you know, one option that occurred to me is that we could drop everything that we're doing. We could head over to Dustwallow Marsh, Theramore, and see if we could do any quests there. We're level 38, so I think we're at level to do some stuff there. And I have to see about visiting the surgeon there who might be able to teach us the next levels of first aid so that we can actually start getting skill ups for the mage weave bandages that we've been making. And maybe even learn heavy mage weave, though I doubt it will be that easy. But yeah, I think I might work on getting us over to Kalimdor. We'll put things on hold here. We only have 10 quests now in our log, so we have room in our quest log to head over there and take on some quests. So I think we're going to do that. Let me know what you guys think about that plan. Also, like I said earlier, if you think of anything else you'd like to see played, I would be down for something that's a little bit more, I don't want to say fast-paced, but a little bit more direct. I think about the fact that we've probably put about 60 hours, I've put about 60 or 70 hours into this character so far, so with that amount of time we could probably get through some other stuff. So let me know what you think, and as always, thank you guys for joining me today. Your support means a lot. See you next time, take care, and wish me luck.